You know what? I realized too recently because I just revisited. I revisited Idlewild for like the first time. It feels like in like 10 years.
Wow.
Because I'm a huge Outkast fan. I got a Quimini right there.
Yeah.
But that's like the last real, I guess, body of work we got from both of them, and you're on that body of work.
I am.
It's got to be a big, like, do you ever like think like, damn, I'm on the last Outkast album, like that ever exists?
It's legendary. They're legendary, and just as people, I love them. You know, they've always been sort of like mentors to me. Big Boy did a lot for my career,
For sure.
You know, and I always thank them. And then even artistically, when you look at Outkast, you know, they always pushed something new. You know, you got the roots of funk but the way that they did it was super innovative, and it definitely inspired me to start wanting to, when I first started out, to be comfortable and confident in being unique.
I was going to say, they did such a good job of reinventing themselves every album, and you've done a good job of kind of reinventing yourself every time you put a new body of work out. Is that something that, because I think fans sometimes get wrapped up in like liking their favorite artists for like just this. But I feel like the greats, like we think of Kendrick, yourself, obviously Cass, like they always are reinventing themselves, like every project. Like, you know, for you, is that something like, do you always want to make sure when you're putting out a new body of work or you start recording that you maybe experiment a little bit more?
Yeah, it's fun. I love the journey of and evolving and finding out new things about myself, discovering new things about what I can do, redefining that for myself on my my own terms.
Right.
I mean, you know, as artists, you make the rules. So everything you know from me today, I literally made up those rules. That this is what I want to do, and you know, this is how I'm living my life at this time. And it's always beautiful to be able to honor where you are at that time. You can look back on every album and like, wow,
Like you
remember where
like,
I was,
where you were. Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about, because obviously I think a lot of people don't realize that like you have like an incredibly sick label, and like a guy like Jadena started with you.
Yes.
And I think Jadena is somebody who is a fucking beast of an artist.
I agree.
He doesn't get enough credit.
I agree.
I kind of feel like Classic Man was like a gift and a curse because it was such a big record, but it's like you got to dive into Jadena's catalog because he's super talented.
And he actually just released a new album.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah. Me, You, and God.
I was going to say, like, for you, what is your, when it comes to the label side and your creative company, what approach do you take when it comes to finding talent or just working with somebody?
Well, right now, you know, my career has taken off in the time that I'll just have to be completely honest, being an artist and sort of having a label.
And then starring in movies.
And then, yes, it's a lot. But even, you know, even with Jadena, we're family, you know, like I'm always like more so of a big sister to him if he needs advice or if he wants me to listen to a mix or if he's like, should this go on the album or what do you think about this? We talk and business wise, if he needs advice, I'm there for him. But for the most part, artists should like be in control of what it is that they're doing. I don't ever want to talk over that, get in the way of that. And also be honest about just what I can take on. You know, I think everything is partnership level. I think right now you don't even need a label. Nobody needs a label, really. You really don't. I mean,
you go straight to the people.
You can go straight to the people. Obviously, being independent, I've been an independent artist with no major label backing. I have my own label, right? And I know what it's like to sell CDs out of your trunk. I know what it's like to live in a boarding house, you know, working at Office Depot, selling CDs out of your trunk. Like I totally get that, and it's, you know, it's hard, it's difficult for independent artists, but I think if you can rewrite the rules as well.
I was gonna say for you, like you are also like a huge actress. You are in. I mean, what was the
Glass Onion?
Well, I was gonna say the horror movie you're in. Like, was it Antebellum?
Oh yes, Antebellum.
Yeah. For you, when you're in like acting mode, right? Because I know it's a lot to like act, and like you have to give your mental space to like being someone else. Does it take away a lot from the music? Like, do you have to be in like, okay, I'm turning down roles because I'm working on music, or can you do both simultaneously?
I think with music, I have to be in the studio and hands-on with it. I can't just, you know, I need to be writing, collaborating, living it, you know, touching it, feeling it. I engineer a lot of my sessions, so even
you're running your own Pro Tools.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I work out of Logic.
Okay. Oh,
yeah.
Shout out to Logic.
I work out of Logic. Yeah, and I can work out of Pro Tools, but I prefer to do Logic. But yeah, so just I need to be super hands on with music, so I do have to say no sometimes to, you know, roles that may come in, and sometimes that's difficult, but music has been so good to me. A lot of you know, I think that I got a lot of my movie roles because of my music career, because people were able to see me and go into different characters. With Glass Onion, the movie I just got finished doing, Ryan Johnson said that he was like, I saw that you can embody these different characters, and this is what we need in this movie. You know, it was because of your film for Dirty Computer and seeing you in your different music videos, and I was like, oh, she can do this. So I'm going to always make time for music. Yeah.